Okay, now let's log the user in. So we have the controller, and we can also use the same, as a traditional way. For example, we can say if auth and then attempt, we will use again the attempt, and we will pass the credentials array, right? We can do this, but here, because we will use the front end, we need a front-end login, and we also need a login for admin. So we need guard here, right? Because there are two-factor login and two-factor authentication. The multi-logins are being here, the admin login and then the user login for front-end side. So the guard is here. We need to create a guard here in order to avoid any error or any problem. So first of all, we need to go to our config auth.php, and then we will create a guard. You can see by default we can use this guard, but we will use this guard in our simple for users table in our front end part. So I'll paste this guard and I'll call this admin, and the provider would be admins, because officially it's using plural, so I'll also use a plural provider for that. And if I just scroll down and then copy this and paste it here, and then simply I'll call this admins, and the model would be admin user class. That's it. That's basically, we just created our guard, and now it's time to work with it. So if I just go to my admin user class, right, and we simply need to we'll use the notifiable here, and of course extend the authenticatable, right? So first of all, we need to say notifiable, and then we will extend the authenticable, right? Okay, I think if you just go to user model, and we simply need to copy this line and paste it here. I'll just close this. Okay, and then simply that will extend the same as user is extending, right? Paste. That's it. That's for admin user model, and we registered our guard. Now it's time to say the login part, right? Okay, so let's begin. So if I just create a variable called credentials that could store our credentials for login. Okay, I'll request only my username and my password and email, right? And let me just correct the spelling. Okay, that's it. And then if I say, now I'll simply say auth, and then this time I'm using facade. Basically this is facade style, and this is helper method. You can use both. The benefit of helper is you don't need to include any class for that, right? So if I use auth facade, and then I'll simply say, and this time I'll use the guard, right? And the guard would be that we just created right now. If I just open my auth, the guard we just created that's admin, right? So if I just copy this, and then we'll use the guard here, and then just go ahead and attempt for this, and we'll use the credentials that you can also paste this line, or you can use your own traditional ways, but I'm using this way, and I just stored my credentials inside a variable, right? And then okay, I'll just make it inside a if statement. So if I just say if auth, or if not, you can also use this. So I'll say if not these credentials match, just return back with some errors. Or you can say return back with errors, and then I'll store an error. The message would be wrong credentials. Any message you can store, right? So this time I'll say wrong credentials, please try again. or try again, right? And then I'll just read. In other cases, if this is authenticated, just store a message inside session. You can simply say session flush the message, right? And then simply I'll say you have been logged in. And then just redirect this back to let's say, for example, okay, I'll just say admin. Okay, and if I just go and check it right now, I don't have any user inside my database, so I'll create one. The name is, for example, John, and the email is john@mail.com, and the password, make sure the password should be in, you should try to store, you know, secure passwords. So this time I'll use PHP Artisan Tinker, you know, for just to generate a simple password. So for example, I say you need to enter in bcrypt passwords, right? So I need the bcrypt of this you know, this part. Okay, that's, sorry about that, the spelling mistake here, bcrypt. And then simply I'll copy this password and just paste it here, save john@mail.com, and then my password is secret. Okay, let's just check the problems, you know, the auth not found. Of course we need to include this. So if you're using a good you know, IDE, for example, I'm using PHP Storm, it will try to automatically add this, but when you click here, it will give you a notification to add your class, right? So if I just go ahead and again reload the page, now the session guard attempt does not exist. So let's just debug this. If I just open again my text editor and then my auth guard, yeah, I'm using admin guard. Oh yeah, there's spelling mistake problem again. Okay, this time it would be good. So if I just again go and reload the page, oh, just solve this real quick. Okay, and if you just reload the page again and just see your wrong credentials, please try again. So we need to add the right credentials. So I just entered, you know, this email and the password, this is the form of secret, the secret bcrypt form, right? Okay, this is now good, and it is redirecting us back to admin, and there is no page. So that means you have been logged in, and congratulations, your guard and login is work. In the next video, because this is quite a long video, and in the next video we'll be see the other stuff, the redirections and all this stuff will be said, right? See you in the next video.